Hey everybody, it's Miss Susan with Suzette's Puppets, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute bunny finger puppets. Stay tuned! Hey everybody, Susan from Suzette's Puppets. Alright, so let's start making this mini finger puppet of a bunny. First, what you're going to need is two small pieces of felt, one for the front and one for the back. Obviously, we're going to need our pattern. Then you're going to want to have some scissors, tape, and a hot glue gun, which I'll bring out to you later. So the first thing that we do is we're going to work with just one piece of felt. What I like to do is, instead of using a stick pin and pinning your pattern on, I actually like to use tape. And I like to tape it down just for the fact that, a finger puppet is pretty small. And there are some that are even smaller than this puppet pattern. And you don't want to have to try to stick a stick pin into a small piece of fabric, hoping that it'll stay in place. Tape does all of that. It'll just hold it in place so it won't move, so I can cut out the puppet pattern. Now, my other suggestion would use small scissors like these. You can find them at Joann's or at Hobby Lobby. I've even seen them at Walmart. But these are great versus a regular pair of scissors, just for the fact that they're small, they're sharp, they fit into small spaces, so it makes it easier when I'm trying to cut out little puppets like this, because I could just snip it inside these small areas, taking my time, snipping around the pattern so that you don't want to cut on the pattern. You want to be very careful of that. But you just want to gently cut around it. Coming down the ears. Now, one of the things that I love about finger puppets is they focus a lot on counting. So you've heard of the story 5 Little Ducks or 5 Green and Speckled Frogs, or in this case, I like to sing 10 Little Bunnies. Things like that. But a lot of the songs that you hear using finger puppets are really used for counting. So this is great. Now, one of the things that I would advise when using finger puppets is that you don't want to have a large group, because if you have a large group of students, see, and you just peel it right off, and there you go. There's one puppet. And then you do the same thing. You come back. You're going to take your pattern and you're going to tape it down and you're going to cut it out a second time. When you have a large group, even 10 is a very large group, it's really difficult for the kids in the back to be able to even see the puppet. They can probably get the gist of what you're doing, but the kids like to be involved. We're talking about kids ages 2 to ages 5, maybe 6. So they still want to be able to see the puppet, to see what you're doing, to sing the songs along with you. So you want to try to keep your group small. Now, since a lot of us libraries are starting to move to do our story times online, finger puppets are perfect for doing online, because you don't have to worry about the size of the crowd. All you have to do is try to make sure that you get your puppet in close enough to your camera so that the audience can see as you're counting them up or counting them down. But it is perfect. You don't have to try to find a puppet that fits your hand or fits through the lens of the camera so that everybody can see. Finger puppets are perfect. And you can take any type of, say for example, animal finger puppet, and you can count to 10. This is a perfect way of counting to 10. You can sing a simple song like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little bunnies, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bunnies, and so on and so forth. So see, that's pretty simple. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to kind of clear everything out of my space, is we're going to use a hot glue gun. So what I like to do, I like to put one piece on top of the other piece. And then I just like to fold the top piece in half. And what I do Now the ears are kind of small, so sometimes what I do, since my finger can't get in there anyway, you can cover this whole part with hot glue, which will help to make it stiff. Or you can try to go around it too. Please excuse me, my hot glue gun, you can tell that it is well used. But just basically put just a little bit of hot glue around the edges, because you got to make sure that you have enough room for your fingers to go in. And then gently press it down. You can pick it up, press it down. And then I do the same thing. I turn it over, I flip it over. Oops, there we go. And just do the same thing. Put hot glue on the other side. Now, if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can use tacky glue. The only thing with tacky glue, give it some time. Don't put a whole lot of tacky glue on it because it will soak right through the felt and it will take a lot longer to dry. So a little dab will do you. And you know, Walmart has these little teeny tiny bottles of tacky glue. I think they're like 68 cents or something like that. Oh, got hot glue all over my fingers. Excuse me. But tacky glue does need some time to glue together. But hot glue is really quick and simple so that I can immediately put it on my fingers. And then it's all done. And the great thing about it is, with finger puppets, I don't go crazy about trying to create little bitty eyes and nose and mouths and things like that. I love fabric paint. Fabric paint is wonderful. This is just a white fabric paint, and then I just use black dots for the eyes. That's fabric paint too. Takes a little bit to dry, but then you're done, and then you can immediately start using the finger puppets. It's that easy peasy and that simple. So I hope this helped you out. Check out the link at the bottom and it'll lead you to where you can find the patterns to be able to make these simple little bunny finger puppets. And you go ahead and use them in your next online story time. Thanks, this is Miss Susan. Have a great day. Bye.